Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Paul George. Cole Aldrich is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams at the 2. And that one's good.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because that just settles you down a little bit.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Well, talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. Then they paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Green with the block. Rebound by Aldrich.
That's not the time. Type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot by George, wide open. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got his second basket of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Rondo against Jackson. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got his first points of the game.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And here is Los Angeles now. It's stolen by Davis. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. Here's Rondo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Now, Green, after the missed 3 from Reggie Jackson, and they take the lead.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Williams, here we go. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Now here is Davis. Makes it off the glass. Davis has got 6.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And, Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's George following the basket by Anthony Davis. And George, here we go. Excellent use of the screen that time. He's got 6.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Jackson against Rondo. Here's James. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball moving out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now here's Jackson. It's hauled in by LeBron.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Rondo with the ball. Williams picks him up. Nice move. And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Davis.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Jackson has the open look. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go. Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
George, no good.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Clippers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Green with the block. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And it's Davis with the jam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Clippers trail by 4. And George kicks to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. George with the ball. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. No good off the front iron. Here's LeBron. Outside for Rondo. Shoots from the high post. LeBron against George. And finished off by LeBron.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How
Yes,
about,
sir.
guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
And the Clippers making a change here. Redick is checked in. Second shot opportunity. And scoring with the play inside is Leonard.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Now here's Cousins. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And then George with the jam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Cousins. Paul George making his last shot. Lakers shooting their first free throws of this one.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Black's checked in for Davis. Lance Stevenson comes in for LeBron. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. And it's Brown in for Rajon Rondo. And that one's good. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game. The Lakers in the lead. Bradley with the ball. George picks him up. Brown against Smith. Brown down low. And stolen by Redick. And it's the Clippers scoring again. Here's Bradley. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Well, guys, in terms of their focus coming into this one, he said he's expecting their defense, especially on the interior, to be vital. He said we can protect the rim with our shot blocking. Of course, we'd prefer to keep them outside the paint, but that capability to deny finishes certainly could come in handy tonight. Kevin, we'll see if he's right.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Absolutely. And if that's the strategy, they've got to be full of energy, full intensity right off the bat.
And that's a real pillar to any successful defense when you talk about intensity. I mean, you can't go half-heartedly or halfway.
Brown, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Both free throws good from Smith. Well, guys, Josh Smith, an interesting case. Clark, he shot about 2 triples a game last year, yet for the last 3 seasons, his free throw percentage has been under, surprisingly, 55%.
Yeah, and that's terribly troubling. I mean, his three-point percentage improved in Houston, but the free throws, really, he can do much better than that. You look at his stroke, I think it's just a matter of concentration with Josh.
And here's Smith, following the three-pointer by Lance Stevenson. Nice shot by Smith.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Stolen by George, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And with Smith and his shooting, a lot of it is mental. I mean, he has a terrific stroke from anywhere. The free throws are all in his head because he can make threes. He's just got to be a little more focused.
And he can't get the first one.
And, you know, thinking again about Smith, he made some big shots for the Rockets last year, but you never know quite what you're going to get with him taking perimeter shots.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Shot's good.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Bradley can't get it to go.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now, here's George. He's got 12. To the paint, Aldridge dishes to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Cole Aldridge with the slam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Stevenson, no good, unable to end this run.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Brown. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Stevenson outside. Goes back up. All sorts of time. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Aldridge, no good. Lakers trail by 8. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys. and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Releases, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and it's blocked by Stevenson. Here's Bradley. Can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. Here's Redick. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Open jump shot off the mark. And let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really inexperienced, not knowing what this league was about. And I went through so many stages. I've grown tremendously over my career.
Kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he says, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. I mean, he's become a real credit to our game.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Lewis Williams out there with Clarkson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And how much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated? You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Leonard gets it to go.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. Then last year, down to 35.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Williams. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Lakers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the technical free throw is good. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Good on the shot. Green's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Smith. Back to Jackson. Takes the 3. The Clippers rebound. Here's Williams. Here's Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good.
And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
They grabbed their own miss. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Lakers trail by 9. LeBron right side. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
2 straight seasons of no playoffs for the Lakers after last year's miss. Not what they were hoping for.
It's going to be a growing process, Kevin. I mean, they had a young team and an injured superstar in Kobe both years. Hard to make the playoffs in that situation.
Puts up the baby hook. They kick it out to Green. LeBron outside. Screen by Cousins. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Lakers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
And the Lakers making a change here. Brown's checked in. Cousins with a screen for LeBron. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And guys, for the Lakers, you'd have to go back almost 40 years to find a time when the Lakers missed the postseason in back-to-back years. Fortunately for them, they won 2 titles in the next 6 years after that.
And it's doubtful that the Lakers will win multiple titles in the coming years unless something drastic happens. Still, this is a franchise committed to success, and they'll do whatever it takes to get back into the postseason.
And that one's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That's a